Good morning, everyone. Many folks don't have school today, so I don't know how many people are going to be up at this fine hour of the morning since they don't have to work. But I just kind of wanted to touch base about my Ed Week post today. Some folks were saying, what kind of texts are you talking about? As an AP literature teacher, a lot of the texts that I would, I guess, quote unquote, have to teach as far as like aligned with the College Board is a lot of older dead white guys, as we would say, with a lot of really complex syntax, a lot of really complicated vocabulary, and a lot of kids wouldn't be inclined to select these kinds of texts on their own. So it's our job as teachers, and this goes for history teachers as well and other people who have to put primary documents in front of kids that again, wouldn't be a first choice selection. I mean, if I had a choice between the Divergent series or Harry Potter versus some of the other more challenging texts on their front that even their titles aren't as appealing, I need to find a way to really get them excited about what's going on and connect it to their lives in a way that's going to be interesting. And we talk a lot about what makes good literature, what makes it stand the test of time, what makes it something worth reading, even if it's not our aesthetic choices. For example, I always say to my students when I used to teach Great Expectations, Dickens, not my favorite author. I don't enjoy a lot of the Southern American authors like Mark Twain or William Faulkner. And I mean, I guess this is sacrilege for like any English teacher, but I'm not used to hearing that teachers don't like certain quote-unquote greats. But we all have the stuff that we enjoy reading, and then there's the stuff that is just really meaty and really excellent to teach because they offer, there's a wealth of information that's kind of offered inside of it. And as an English teacher, my reading experience has changed in the last 14 years. It's really hard for me to just read a text to read it without looking for subtext, without thinking about the questions I would ask, without thinking it connects to something else. So my reading for fun has shifted quite a lot, which is unfortunate, I guess, on some levels. And even the way I view movies on some levels has changed a lot, too, because you become acutely aware when you're a good reader of hints and clues and other things that are happening. So how do we get kids to do those kinds of things too? And the first thing we really need to do is open the text up in a way that gets them excited about it. So if we could all agree on the fact that not everything we're going to read is going to be something that we love on an aesthetic level or on an emotional level, we can agree that there's still stuff worth reading, even if it's not something that we're going to innately love the second we pick it up. And we have to find other things in it that have value. So we talk about, the historical context, we talk about language, we talk about some of the craft and technique. Like if you see an excellent technician, maybe you're not into buildings, but you look at a beautifully built building and you can appreciate what it looks like, or art, for example, the artistry and craftsmanship of the different eras of art periods. And maybe I don't understand modern art, but I can appreciate the historical context in which it's coming out of. I could appreciate what it's rebelling against. There's a lot of things that we can do to sort of help kids put it in their own context and then help them understand that they have an obligation to the learning community to bring what they know about everything to what they're reading and to share those ideas. And that's also how we get kids to start questioning texts in a meaningful way and also start having those deeper conversations that come out of their questions, which is a very, very amazing way to sort of introduce different and interesting ideas to them. Anyway, I just figured I would throw it out there. If you have any questions or thoughts about the article or how you teach different complicated texts, I'd love to hear. Reach out at Miss Sackstein on Twitter. Have a great day, folks.